morning and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. As always, we're coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. This morning too, we're ready to bring to you details of all the top stories from both here at home and around the world. Stay tuned with us for the news in detail. As always, we start off with news here at home. Deputy Director of the National Hospital of Sri Lanka, Dr. Rukshan Bellana, confirmed that former President Ranil, who was released on bail by the court, continues to receive treatment in the intensive care unit of the hospital. In an early morning inquiry by Newsfirst, Dr. Bellana stated that complications arising from Wickramasinghe's heart condition are now being managed effectively. He added that the former president remains under close medical supervision. During court proceedings yesterday, it was revealed that Wickramasinghe suffers from multiple health issues. Appearing on behalf of the former President's counsel Anuja Premaratne informed the Colombo Fort Magistrates Court that due to a respiratory disorder affecting his sleep, Wickramasinghe requires a ventilator during rest, knowledge that was previously limited to his wife. President's counsel Premaratne emphasized the seriousness of Wickramasinghe's health, stating that his client may be affected by a range of medical conditions. Taking these medical considerations into account, Magistrate Nilupuli Lankapura ordered Wickramasinghe to be released on bail with 3 personal sureties of 5 million rupees each, totaling to 15 million rupees. Now, Wickramasinghe had been remanded until yesterday at the Colombo Fort Magistrates Court following charges of engaging in a private foreign trip involving the use of 16.6 million rupees of public funds. Meanwhile, a special investigation has been launched into an incident where a police officer was assaulted during a protest in Kompanavidya held in support of former President Ranil Wickramasinghe. Police spokesperson, Assistant Superintendent of Police Frederick Wootler stated that instructions have been sought from the Criminal Investigation Department regarding this matter. He added that further action will be taken based on those directives. According to police, during the protest, a water bottle was used to attack a police sergeant, causing facial injuries. The injured officer attached to the Kalania police station is currently receiving treatment at the Narahinpita Police Hospital. Now, the Ceylon Electricity Board has been restructured into 4 separate entities under the provisions of the new Electricity Act. The newly established entities are National System Operator Private Limited, National Transmission Network Service Provider Private Limited, Electricity Distribution Lanka Private Limited and Electricity Generation Lanka Private Limited. According to the Ministry of Energy, current employees of the CEB will be given the opportunity to apply for transfer to one of these 4 entities of their choice. A period of 2 months effective from today has been granted for this process and all employees will be officially notified. The ministry further stated that these entities will remain under state ownership. Employees who do not wish to be absorbed into the new entities will be offered retirement under a compensation scheme. Meanwhile, for senior management positions in new institutions, the ministry plans to recruit engineers who are currently serving in top positions within the CEB. On to more local news this morning. The Ministry of Public Security has decided to grant long-delayed promotions to police officers after a lapse of 5 years. Minister of Public Security Ananda Vijaypala announced that promotions will be awarded to officers serving in ranks from police constable up to Chief Inspector of Police. These promotions are scheduled to take effect next month and will benefit over 5,000 police officers. The minister noted that this move will provide officers with opportunities for career advancement and professional growth. He added that members of the Police Special Task Force will also be included in this promotion scheme. Meanwhile, steps have been taken to restructure the administrative framework of Parliament following the directives of Speaker Dr. Jagat Vikramaratne. According to the Speaker's Media Division, a committee comprising 4 former ministry secretaries has been appointed to carry out the restructuring process. The move aims to address several long-standing issues faced by the parliamentary staff, including delays in promotions and matters related to salaries and other benefits. The Media Division further stated that the committee's final report is expected to be handed over to the Speaker within the coming days. Meanwhile, the Welfare Benefits Board of Sri Lanka has announced that the monthly allowance for elderly persons for the month of August will be credited to bank accounts today. According to the Welfare Benefits Board, a total of 590,300 beneficiaries will receive their payments today. The government has allocated approximately 2.9 billion rupees for this purpose. And finally, on to your weather forecast for today. The Met Department says that several spells of showers will occur in the western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Galle, Mathura, Kandy and Nuwara Eliya districts. A few showers may occur in the northwestern and northern provinces. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the Uva province and in the Ampara and Batiklu districts after 2 p.m. today. Fairly strong winds of about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the western slopes of the central hills and in the northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Trincomalee and Hambantota districts. And as always, the general public is requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. With that, let's move on to international news for this morning. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff said on Tuesday that President Donald Trump will chair a meeting on Gaza at the White House on Wednesday and added that Washington expected Israel's war in the Palestinian territory to be settled by the end of the year. Trump had promised a swift end to the war in Gaza during the 2024 U.S. election campaign, and after taking office in January, but almost 7 months into his term, that stated goal remains elusive. Trump's term began with a ceasefire which lasted 2 months and ended when Israeli strikes killed around 400 Palestinians on the 18th of March. Now, in the recent weeks, images of starving Palestinians, including children in Gaza, have shocked the world and fueled criticism of Israel over the worsening conditions. Gaza's health authorities say that U.S. ally Israel's devastating assault on Gaza since October 2023 has killed over 62,000 Palestinians. It has also caused a hunger crisis, internally displaced Gaza's entire population, and prompted accusations of genocide and war crimes at international courts that Israel denies. Now, the United Nations, meanwhile, has said that there needs to be justice following Israel's double strike on a Gaza hospital which killed at least 20 people. As an initial Israeli military probe said, the strike had targeted a camera positioned by Hamas. Condemnation of the attack, whose victims included 5 journalists and 4 health workers, has been mounting, with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer describing it as completely indefensible. Later on Tuesday, Israel Defense Forces released an initial inquiry which identified several gaps for further investigation. It came as Israelis launched a day of nationwide protests calling on their government to accept a deal to release the hostages. Coming up next is your sports news for this morning. And in sports, it's tennis. World number 1 Jannik Sinner dropped only 4 games in a dominant straight-set win over Bit Kopriva in the first round of the US Open. Defending champion wrapped up a 6-1, 6-1, 6-2 victory over Czech player Kopriva, ranked 89th in the world, in an hour and 38 minutes on the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Most notably, the 24-year-old Italian showed little sign of illness, which forced him to retire early from his Cincinnati Open final against Carlos Alcaraz last week. Now, Kopriva, making his main draw debut in New York, failed to pose any serious threat to Sinner, who has now won 22 consecutive matches at hard-court Grand Slams. The Italian has won 3 of the past 4 majors, having followed last year's US Open success with victories at January's Australian Open and at Wimbledon last month. Sinner's only Grand Slam loss so far this year was to Spaniard Alcaraz in the epic French Open final in June. That brings to a close this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. Thank you for joining us today. Do join us tomorrow as well, same time, same place, for more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.